Hi, I'm Brian Davis, the amateur cook with time on his hands. I've been promising that I will do a lot more vegetarian and vegan food, so I'm really going to get into it now. And today I'm making one of my favourite Indian foods, dal, spicy dal. So join me while I make this simple, flavourful, wholesome dish. So quickly we're going through the ingredients. I've got 300 grams or about a cup and a half of dal. You can use any of the sort of yellow or orangey dal, so tur dal, mansoor dal, chana dal. They all work quite well. They just take a little bit different amounts of time to cook. So what I'm going to do is boil this up, which we'll get on with straight after we've been through the ingredients, and then I'll show you how I put the whole dish together. 10 grams of fresh coriander, that's what I finished the dish off with at the end, along with some crispy onions, which I'll show you. 3 large cloves of garlic, again adjust based on what you like. 2 large red onions, you can use white onions. I like a lot of onion in my dal, some people don't. And then 1 large tomato, all chopped up. A couple of tablespoons of oil. I use canola oil, I think most of you know that, and that's just to fry off the onions, tomatoes and garlic after when we add the cooked dal to the dish. And then this is the spices that I use. So I've got 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon hot madras curry powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of chili powder, and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Okay, I'm going to prepare the dal in my wok. You don't have to use the wok, but this will make sure I get everything fried off or cooked quickly because it gets nice and hot. So I go in with my onions. At the same time I can put in my garlic. So we'll let those onions and the garlic soften, get a little bit of colour on there. Nice aroma coming from the garlic and the onions. You can see now they're starting to become translucent. Lovely aroma. Starting to get a little bit of colour now. So I'm going to add in all my spices. A little bit, I can turn the wok down. So just to start to release some of the flavour from the spices. We don't want to burn them. That nice pungent chilli smell coming off. Beautiful aroma. And in with our tomatoes. In with our lentils. Wow. Get that all mixed in. So we're just going to cook this off for about 5 to 10 minutes. I'm going to add a little bit more of water. So I'll check that every couple of minutes. And we'll be back. I'll be back when it's ready to serve. Okay, that's been just over 10 minutes. I did have to add a little bit more salt, and now I'm going to add a coriander leaves in. Just mix them in, and there we are, a nice, creamy, very spicy, I suppose we'd call it dal curry. Right, I'll just get this plated up. Time for the taste test. I'm just going to cook up the garnish for the dal now, and I like to have crispy onions. So what I've done, I've put an onion through the mandolin, nice and thin, and then I've just essentially nearly deep fry it. I've put a little bit of salt on the onions, and I'm going to cook these up until they're nice and brown and go crispy, and then we just use those, as I said, as a nice crunchy garnish on the dal. Yeah, they're starting to go now, starting to go brown. So this is when we have to be very careful that we don't overdo it. So let these cool down, they'll crispen up, and they make the perfect garnish to go on the dal. There we have a nice bowl of spicy dal curry and a little one that I've just made ready for serving. Those lovely, sweet, crispy onions on top. Now time for the taste test. Okay, let's try this. Nice and creamy, lovely crunch from the onions. Nice, a lot of sweetness from the onion. I had thought, when I tasted this while I was cooking it, I may have overdone it on the chili, but it's actually turned out okay. If you're not a big fan of spice, I would just use 1 teaspoon of chili, but this is perfect for me. Oh, I just love this dish. I could eat this every day of the week. Goes fantastic with the chapatis that I made earlier in my cooking career on YouTube. Tomorrow for sure, I'm having this dal with my chapatis because the taste is just going to be tremendous. Wow. My name's Brian Davis, the amateur cook with time on his hands. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. Give me a thumbs up if you've liked what I've done today. See you next time.